What's up, guys, and welcome to Duckfin's review of Pokemon Rumble Blast for the 3DS. And I'm just gonna do this as best as I can, like this, without too much editing. But I just want to start off by saying that I didn't beat this game. This game, in my opinion, is like extremely long, and for you guys that are looking for a longer game to play, then you guys might enjoy this. But this is about as far as I made it, and there's probably a crap load more levels. So when I go over here, you know, it shows that there's like 3 more spots here, and there may be some bottom spots. But this game just got really long, and I thought I beat it a few times, and just never did. But I feel like this game, it really lacks like heart. It really lacks what normal Pokemon games lack. So each little chapter, you start off in a town that has one big old city like this, and they have many locations you go to and capture Pokemon and fight them, and then you eventually make it to the boss, and that's how this game is played. And then eventually, when you beat those, you are able to unlock the bigger places like this place. And you really pretty much, you choose, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, when you do battles in these places, you either do like battle royals, where it's you versus like 30 Pokemon. You could do team battles, where it's like 3 Pokemon of your choices versus a few Pokemon. And they just do like random. They do change, but it gets kind of boring after a while. This game is really repetitive. So that being said, I don't know, I guess I could show you one of the levels and talk about the Pokemon some, because that's what really matters, right? So each level, you pretty much have these toy Pokemon, and you wind them up and you capture as many as possible. And the problem with this is that each Pokemon that you capture will be a higher level than the one you're using most of the time. So you'll be replacing the Pokemon that you're using quite often, and you will be pretty much just every round, like that. That one's at 803, which is now my highest level Pokemon. So now I replace that one, and I'll just be using this guy because he's on level 803. So because of this, and you can't level up any of your Pokemon, you have to replace them. And so because of this, it takes away pretty much all the passion in, like, relationships of your Pokemon. Like a normal Pokemon game, you would play and find one Pokemon you really love, or find just a good bunch of Pokemon you really love, work on leveling them up, and grow like a relationship with that Pokemon, and you would keep that Pokemon for like the entire game if you really liked him. But on this game, you don't have that connection with your Pokemon, because like I said, on every single different area you play, you replace your Pokemon. So there is no connection, there is no real drive to continue with a certain Pokemon, because they're just going to end up getting replaced. The Pokemon do have a lot of cool different attacks. They vary from up close attacks to far away attacks, from attacks that put them asleep, and they have a lot of varies. And I just really like the attacks like this guy that just straight up punch them. They just punch them, it's easier to do, but as you see, you can capture Pokemon, and they get higher levels. And I already captured about 3 or 4 that are on level 800 plus. And so all the Pokemon that I had that were about level 700, I'll never use again, because I have all these other Pokemon on huge levels. And that's pretty much how this game is. But as you see, this guy has a different attack. He has like a shooting of snot ball attack. But I really lost my love for this game after I beat a few chapters, because I couldn't grow attached to any of my Pokemon. Like the joy to be like, yeah, I love this Pokemon, I leveled it up, he was great, I've been playing for him for a couple of weeks now. You never get that because you replace your Pokemon so often, and it's something that really kills this game for me. So like I said, you go through these levels, and if you want, I'm just going to show you an example. You don't have to fight these guys. You can simply just run through these levels, bypass every single Pokemon, and just go straight to the boss if you really want to. Which, I guess that's a good thing, you know, I don't want to fight every single Pokemon, but it makes it really linger. And every single area you go to is different, but it's the exact same thing. You just fight a whole bunch of little Pokemon, you find higher level Pokemon, or you just run past it and go to a boss. So I'll show you one of the bosses. This is a boss battle. You pretty much fight a huge Pokemon, as you see here. You pretty much just fight one of these huge guys, and they have a few little guys surrounding him. And that's pretty much the boss battles. You have 3 chances to pretty much switch out Pokemon and fight this guy. But if you go down before you get to the boss, it'll take away your chances. So you get 3 chances the entire route. And if you go down 3 times, and that's pretty much it. So I do like the Pokemon I have. I haven't really played with this guy before. But it's cool because he throws stuff. So I can just like throw stuff at this dinosaur Pokemon. And it will knock him out. So if you're like a hardcore Pokemon fan, you might really enjoy this game. But I'm not really a hardcore Pokemon fan anymore. Ever since they got rid of, ever since they replaced the, I'm not concentrating, get my ass kicked. Ever since the original 151 got replaced with like, 500 other Pokemon, I lost all enjoyment of a Pokemon game. But I don't even consider this a real Pokemon game. This is a Rumble Blast game. And it's kind of an annoying game, to be honest. I did have fun with the first 3 chapters, and I did record the first 3 chapters like a Let's Play. But like I said, this game gets very repetitive, and like I said, you fight your boss, you beat him within 3 tries, as you see, and you continue on. And so you do this with every single level, and then you eventually go to the boss level, and you fight a battle royal. When you beat a level, it shows you all the Pokemon you got. It tells you what your highest Pokemon was, which I just passed by there. But, yeah, the major thing, I don't know why there's a spotlight above this Pokemon. But the major thing that I really want to stress about this game is just the fact that you don't grow relationships with your Pokemon. And that really hurts this game. I mean, I got to a point where I started doing a Let's Play of this game, and after I got to this level, I was completely done with it. I was hoping it would end on chapter 2 and I wouldn't have to do any more, but this is chapter 3 and there's obviously a lot more chapters than this. So I mean, I really lost the love for this Pokemon game. Like after I got to this chapter, I was done. I was like, I don't want to play this anymore. It's really repetitive. It's the same stuff over and over and over. So in my opinion, this game gets a 6.5. I say 0.5 because I feel 6 is too low and I feel 7 is too high. And so the things that hurt this game is you have no connection of your Pokemon. That's like one of the major things I can't stress. You have no connection of your Pokemon. You only get 1 or 2 moves of your Pokemon, and you can buy moves. Like when you go in town here, you can buy a random move. You can buy some moves for a lot of money, like Fire Blast, and that looks like a great move. I mean, it costs a lot of money. I don't even have that much money to buy that. But the thing about it is when you buy a move, you buy it for 1 Pokemon. So you buy a move for 1 Pokemon, and then you replace that Pokemon on the next level because he's at such a low level, and they give you such high levels. So there's no reason at all to buy a move. Hardly no reason at all. Maybe in later levels there are. But you can look at your records and look at the Pokemon that you've collected, and you can also release all the Pokemon, and that's a good thing. So it gives you money for them, because you're going to get a crap load of Pokemon you do not want. Because like I said, you replace your Pokemon so often. So when you start a new game, you start off in Toy Town. Toy Town is one of my favorite locations. I spend a lot of time here, and it's one of my favorite areas to play. But there is a story to this game. And it's kind of a little short story, but it's a cool little story. I like it. It has to do with like Pokemon stealing glow drops, which help your life. And you pretty much have to go get them back by fighting a whole bunch of battles and fighting your major Pokemon. But in each battle, when you beat the battle royal, you move on and go to a different area. But I'll show you how the battle royals work in the very first level, which will be very simple, I'm sure. But they change. Some battle royals will be you can do 3 Pokemon in battle royals. Some of them won't even be battle royals at all. They'll be like different type of things. So they do switch it up, but it's still very, very repetitive. So these are the battle royals. I'll probably blow through this because I'm in the first level with like a really high Pokemon. But these battle royals are they're kind of fun. I actually like them, actually, especially when you come in here with really high ranked Pokemon. You just dominate because these guys are on such low levels. Oh, I feel it's absolutely amusing. But a little while into the battle, they put in the high level Pokemons, and you pretty much just continue, but I'm sure these high-level Pokemons are still going to be absolutely nothing compared to this guy. Oh no, put him asleep. I wanted to keep that combo going. It's not fair. But you can see, like, they all have different moves and different techniques, but you pretty much take everyone out, and that's the end of the battle. In the battles, you don't get to keep any Pokemon, and you hardly win any prizes. I think they're kind of useless, but they are fun. The 3D in this game, it looks pretty good. I give the 3D about probably an 8 out of 10. It could be better, but it looks really good as it is. And as you see, you can go back and do stuff over again, and I just dominated on that. But this is a pretty long video. I did this all in one take. I did no editing in this, and I'm just giving you my honest opinion. I did not finish this game, and I don't think a lot of people will finish this game because, like I said, it's very long. If you're looking for a very long Pokemon game, then you found it. But this, I don't consider a Pokemon game. There is no connection with your Pokemon, and that is something that makes or breaks a game. If you cannot have connection with the characters you play as, then there's pretty much no reason to continue once you get bored. Like as you see in this place, it had 3 battle royals, and you use different type of Pokemon, but it's still battle royals. So it gets harder and harder, and then you eventually beat the level and you can move on to a different level. So I mean, that's pretty much my review for this Pokemon Rumble Blast. It's a fun game. The 3D looks good, but once you beat a couple of the areas and move on, and once you notice that you can't really keep any of your Pokemon, that you have to replace them, in every place you go to. I'd go to the forest, I'd get a new Pokemon that's higher level. I'd go to this meadows, and I'd replace the one I got in the forest with a higher level I got in the meadows, and the one I got in the forest would not matter at all. So you see what I mean? Like, they don't have any connection to it. I know I've been saying this over and over and over, but that's what it really comes down to. That you don't have a connection with your Pokemon, and it just makes it boring. You get bored of doing the same thing over and over again, and you pretty much just don't play it anymore. So, is this game worth $40? No. Is this game worth a weekend rental? Yeah, sure. Rent it for a week, have fun with it, but I don't think it's worth the money at all, you guys. I do not recommend you buying it. I recommend you renting it. Go to Gamefly.com, get a free trial, rent this game, enjoy it. But that's pretty much it. Like I said, it got a 6.5. And I only gave it the 0.5 because I don't think it's worth giving a 7, and I don't think it's crappy enough giving a 6. So that was my Pokemon Rumble review. This is my opinion. You guys might find this a lot more funner. You guys might find it a lot more crappier. But I really want a Pokemon game that is an actual Pokemon game and not a Rumble game. So that's pretty much it, you guys. Here's hoping that a actual Pokemon game comes out and not a game that you can buy on a Nintendo Wii shop for like a couple bucks. So I recommend you guys going to the Wii shop if you have a Nintendo Wii and buying this game on Nintendo Wii, because they have like a lower version of this game that's not as hard and it's easier to beat and you can have more fun with it. This game is just a bigger version of that. And so if you played that, you know what you're going to get into. So that's pretty much my review. I don't want to lag this on. I've pretty much said everything I can. Like I said, I give it a 6.5. I think that's a fair score. Any higher would be giving this game too much prop. It does have a lot of Pokemon in it, but like I said, if you get one of your favorite Pokemon, you're not going to be able to keep them. You're not going to be able to level them up. So that really kills the game for me. And that's pretty much it. Pretty soon I will be covering Mario, I'll be covering Luigi's Mansion eventually, and we will be also covering the Mario Kart for 3DS. So thank you guys for watching, rate, subscribe, leave in the comments what you think about this game. I want to know your opinions. Did you guys get bored of it? Did you actually enjoy it enough to beat it? Do you feel any connection of your Pokemon, or does they just switching kind of kill it for you like it killed it for me? Leave in the comments your opinions. Try not to be a hater. I'm just giving you my opinion, and I want to know yours. So leave in the comments, and that's pretty much it. Duckfin's out doing another review. See you guys later. Peace.